Good evening and thanks for joining us. Losing a loved one is a very difficult thing. It's something we all go through at one point or another.
Yeah, but for one Greene County woman, that grief has been even more difficult. That's because her loved one's gravesite still isn't finished years after he died. And she's not alone. More than 70 others have filed small claims against a local memorial business just this year. News 10's Caitlin Hunt joins us now to explain the situation.
It's an amazing story. You've been working on this, Caitlin, for a while.
Yes, I've been looking into this since the end of January, and I spoke with Kendra Ray, and she is just one of several people who's been going through this. And she's her husband was a military veteran, and she says she's been waiting 2 years for her headstone.
I've never heard of anything like this happening before.
Kendra Ray is the widow of Dennis Ray, a military veteran. He died back in 2022 from a stroke at the age of 38. And Ray knew that she wanted her late husband's headstone to be a beautiful piece of artwork.
We had a double headstone that was going to be a marker for both him and I's grave. The headstone I had selected was a headstone from Africa, a certain type of stone, because of the engravings I was wanting on the stone of him through an infant, toddler, teenager. Just kind of a circle of life of him because he meant a lot to us.
Ray turned to Austin Memorial Arts in Greene County to complete the task, a task that she expected to take 6 months to complete. But 2 years later, Ray is left without a headstone and without answers. She says anytime she has gotten a hold of someone, they just give excuses.
It's the engravers or the laser etching place in Ohio. They weren't responding. They aren't returning calls. Or this picture wasn't good. They said that wouldn't work.
And she's not alone. Since January, I've spoken with several people who have similar stories. And according to my case, over 70 small claims have been filed against the business just this year.
Now, back in January, I spoke with owner Richard King over the phone. And at that time, he said he was just getting back from a missions trip and was getting caught up on messages. He said he was aware of customers' complaints, and he did mention that issues with the business's phone lines caused for unclear communication with customers. He also said that the business was a bit behind due to typical small business issues like staffing. And he also said that the business of making monuments just simply took time. And during that same phone call, King did mention that he would be open to doing an interview and giving me a behind-the-scenes look at Austin Memorial Arts. But when I recently called that same number from January,
"Thank you for calling Austin Memorial Arts.
all I've gotten is his voicemail. So I, like a lot of the customers I spoke with, came to the store in person to see what was going on. Now here's what I found. When I arrived, I noticed that the door was locked, and taking a look inside, there were a lot of completed monuments along with several notice of claim sitting right by the door.
For now, people like Ray are left feeling frustrated with the business and its owner.
Shame on you. Just give us our headstones. Whatever's going on, we'd like our products we paid for, our money back.
And right now, Ray does not have any plans to file a small claim, and she told me she is going to be buying another gravestone with another reliable business. And it should also be worth noting that King still has yet to return my phone call.
So anything from here? Where do we go from here?
Well, the Indiana State Police are also investigating the business right now, and so they're encouraging victims and witnesses to reach out to their Bloomington Post to share any information that they have.
It's such a shame. These are families grieving. Hopefully they can get some restitution.
Yes, they're anxious. They're very much. They really want something right now to happen.
Good investigation.
Good
Thank you
reporting.
so much.
Thank you.
Who's your